What's up guys, it's me Jeremy, and today I want to talk about another support that could be potentially viable in Season 4. I've had a lot of fun trying out these new supports, so I'll try to get some more of these types of videos out for you guys. Today I'll be discussing Pantheon support. Let's get started. Now, I found that Pantheon support was a pretty interesting pick. He has a lot of weaknesses, but a lot of strengths too, making him a high risk, high reward champion, which can be a pretty fun way to play the game. His damage in lane is really solid, and he scales pretty well with items too, and since he has hard CC on his W, he's definitely a viable support pick. Heck, with his ultimate you can even get some solid ganks mid off if the opponent pushes up, and that's a very interesting dynamic that no other support champion can really give to a team. I would recommend Pantheon support as a competitive pick for those Bruiser players who have experience playing Pantheon. You can definitely make a huge impact in games, and if you pick up a few kills in lane, you can be just as fed as a solo laner and be on your way to carrying. In the laning phase, Pantheon is a champion that you want to trade with your opponents by going all in. Jump on them, use all of your abilities, and then back off immediately. It's very easy to win trades like this because of your passive that will block an auto attack. Just make sure that you don't stay in the trade too long, as Pantheon does kind of lack sustain, so if you get poked down that can be a problem. His all-in is pretty powerful though, and so you want to play to that strength. And I like this a lot about Pantheon, as this, as well as his kit, makes him a pretty simple champion. Either you go in, or you don't. Just make sure that you're decisive of course, and don't get caught stuck in the middle of the decision, taking free poke or end up starting a bad fight. Also, with offensive runes and masteries, Pantheon's damage in lane becomes absolutely absurd. But he is going to be a little bit squishy, so at that point he's pretty much an Annie support, but with a more reliable stun and less magic damage, and with a passive that will tank for you. I liked Pantheon a lot with champions that have a good laning phase, such as Jinx or Lucian, as it's really easy for you to set up trades since Pantheon's ranges are pretty good. Or perhaps you prefer the more tanky route. Pantheon can become an absolute raid boss if you build him tanky and get enough gold, especially with those defensive runes and masteries, and at that point you just aren't going to die very often, while still being able to make plays. One thing I love about Pantheon is that he absolutely excels at flashing in. When you flash into a follow-up of your 3 ability combo, it completely catches people off guard and has a huge range too. So this is a tactic you definitely want to use a lot, and it's very effective in picking off a target with your stun, then allowing your team to follow up. Also, remember that you can cast your abilities during your ultimate, and that way they'll go off the instant that you land for a faster entry into the fight. Overall, Pantheon was an awesome high-risk, high-reward support pick that had an interesting and definitely still viable role in some team comps, especially those focused on their mid laner. His laning and team fighting is pretty solid, and I would love to see you guys try out Pantheon support and let me know what you think. My name is Jeremy, and that's it for my video on Pantheon support. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my others on the screen right now. I'd love if you could support me with a like, and please subscribe for more awesome content in the future if you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.